Sister Wives, Season 13, Episode 10, Movie Meltdowns.
We hate everyone.
No, we always hate everyone, so that's not news. It was a 1-hour episode, which was a blessing from above.
It felt like it was 4.
Yeah, it was really bad. So this is the thing.
What's the thing?
The thing is...
Can I talk with my mouth open?
You can talk with your mouth open, but just don't chew with your mouth open.
She said I can't talk with my mouth open.
I said, please don't chew with your mouth
open.
open.
That is definitely not what you said.
That's what I meant to say. The wives have been saying, like, this whole, like, there's no way I'm going to live in one big house. And I'm like, I don't know if I believe him or not. I mean, yes, they've been saying it for 4 years, but he was like, oh, we should move. And they were like, over my dead body. And he's like,
they'll all get in line when Robin says she wants it.
Yeah, which, according to Twitter, everyone believes that. Everyone. Everyone believes it. And it's really hard not to see this as Robin, and then Robin making Cody be the bad, and then her drag her feet. But, oh, I'm really sad. Now, anyway, so they say they're not going to have a big house. Robin has always wanted to live in one big house. Now, I don't know if she still feels that way. I can't tell.
Clearly she does, because that's what Cody's doing.
Well, anyway, but she's always felt, she said from the beginning she always wanted one big house. They all say they hate it, but I don't know, they all say the same thing about the move. So we'll see.
The new young wife wants what she wants, and Cody's going to give it to her.
So we see the brother and the brother-in-law. The brother is significantly better looking than Cody, which is, I mean, not exactly...
It's not saying anything.
Right. And then the brother-in-law, who apparently is his best friend, who I don't think we've ever heard of or met until now. Maybe we did. Maybe someone who has an eidetic memory can tell me if we've met that. I mean, I know we met him, at Aspen's wedding. So I know we met him then. But I mean, before this season... Oh, he's my best friend. He's Mary's brother-in-law. I swear we've never heard that. Remember he went and saw his best friend from high school?
We don't care.
Anyway, so they go and they see this house that he has designed. I mean, it's a nice house. She clearly does a nice job. I like that not only do all 4 wives...
I want to know how big it is. 10,000 square feet? 20,000 square feet?
I think it's probably between, I don't know if they counted the garage or not. If they don't count the garage, I'm going to say, if you count the garage, if it's like a 14-car garage, I don't know.
Right.
It's probably 12. I think based on, someone figured out what it is. I think it's 8,000 upstairs. So I guess if it's the bottom's even, then it's 16,000. Which is, when you talk about really smart financial decisions, really smart financial decisions are doubling your expenses before you buy a house. So they haven't even built the house yet.
They're spending 10 or 20 grand on freaking plans for a house that you make it look like your wives won't move into. But, like I said, when Robin says jump...
Yeah, we'll see.
They all say how high.
So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on whether or not they're going to. It really feels this whole season is Cody gets a crazy idea and everyone's against it until they see his brilliance. Except everyone on the outside is going, this is a terrible idea. You said you were going to move. You couldn't move for 5 whole years if you didn't move this year. You know what would be great? Waiting 5 years and socking away money in that time with a purpose.
And not pissing all your kids off?
Right. They could have just bought the land and spent time thinking about it and stayed in. But no, it's not just the kids. It's the whole thing. Oh, and the second they bought it, ever since then it's been, well, my life is so hard being a polygamous husband where I manipulate everybody into doing my thing. Oh, but what I was going to say is all the wives have their space. And I feel like I don't even need to talk about the fact that Robin has a master bedroom for her son to live at home. I will tell you that parents who overindulge and baby their kids, there's no one who goes, Bob, he is so resilient and successful. Do you know why? Because his parents never let him win or lose on his own, and they coddled him every step of the way. And I mean real...
Well, what would you know about that?
Now, there are people who financially have money who do that a lot, but there's no one who you really go, that is a quality person. Anyway, so my point is they're not doing any favors. Mary has this tiny little thing. Robin has, her section alone is probably the same size as our entire house. So anyway, whatever, and all the kids have their own rooms. There's 19 rooms. Everyone doesn't need their own room. I mean, having your own room is nice, but you know what builds character? Not. You know, not having your... So they have tripled their housing income. Assumably once they sell these houses in Vegas, they'll only have doubled their expenses. They have not even started building the house yet.
They mortgaged the land. They can't afford to start building.
Right. I mean, I don't know where they think this money's coming from. I guess they're just really counting on season 14 of the show. Because they must be spending, they have no savings, they must be spending every penny. Anyway, they all go to Flagstaff. Our child was screaming because he's teething, which apparently lasts for 9 months. I don't know what's going on. They all talk about how jealous they are of Cody's hair. Oh, I could never. His brother's shaved his head because I could never have hair like Cody. Cody doesn't have hair like Cody thinks he has hair. So let's just go on. They all go out to Flagstaff. The only part I saw was them looking at the plans. And then someone said that Cody's brother's going to be in the next season of Seeking Sister Wife. Anyway.
Of course.
So he talks to... Oh, and then there's the whole thing where Robin's like, yeah, so my parents said that Cody told them we're all going to live in one house. And I'm like, of course they did. Of course they did. And I noticed... Anyway, so they're all moving and they hate it. Mariah and Audrey don't want Mary to help them move. They say it very nicely. They make a point of saying they love her and they care about her. But I really feel for Mary because it's like no one needs her.
Or wants her around.
Or wants her around. Now, maybe they did want her, but they don't need her. And when they say, well, we just don't want to bother you, maybe it sounded a little bit like maybe they don't want to have to drive all the way there with her, which there's few people I want to drive anywhere with. You are barely one of them. And you're the only one on the list. And you barely made the cut. Okay? So I kind of get that, but I also feel bad. No one needs her. No one needs her. She's got the little mother-in-law's unit in this house. It's just sad. So they don't need her to move. I was really down on her, on Mariah, saying, oh, she's so mean and everything. But then I actually saw the segment. But then it's like, then they interview Mary and Cody. And Cody's like, I don't care about them. And it's like, of course you don't care about them. Of course you don't care about Mary's feelings about it. And it was clear to me that Cody and Mary had literally never discussed this until that moment. Because she's like, wait, what? We're at war with them. It's like, I didn't see any of that. And then they interview Mary alone. And she's like, you know, it's just the last time that Mariah's going to be moving out and I wanted to be a part of it. And I thought, how symbolic that she's sitting there. Now, I don't think Mary's perfect. I don't think she's definitely not the perfect victim in all this. But, you know, it's kind of sucky that she's going through this hard time. She's becoming a true empty nester. That last cord is being cut. And she's kind of going through it all alone. So now she has to just pack her whole house alone and move alone.
She's not kind of going through it alone.
Yeah, no one needs her. No one wants her there. She's a big black cloud. You know, all that. Anyway, then they have the whole thing of, let's bring the triplets in to discuss it with them. And I'm like, does this family that's so close ever talk about anything? I mean, admittedly, I don't have a teenager, so maybe I'll have a teenager and I'll be like, oh yeah, I totally get it. But like, Gabe is clearly miserable. Miserable. He's happy. He is actually at the age where he is potentially giving up things for his future, like being the varsity captain and being in a large school where he's doing well. That really looks good on college applications. And so he is genuinely taking a hit. And then they're like, even the ones that are happy to move, like Gwendolyn, I think it was Gwendolyn, who is like, I don't really care, I just want it to be over. That is not happy. It is not happy. And then it's all about Cody. I'm so stressed. I'm about to go crazy. And it's like, dude, you pushed for this really hard. You do not get to play the martyr as well. Is there anything you want to add? Because I'm just going on and on.
Well, next week's teaser looked interesting. What's her name? Robin had a come to Jesus moment where she said, oh, I think we're maybe just all a bunch of idiots. No, maybe not all of them, but definitely you.
Yeah, well... It's just dumb. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing's awful.
Feel bad for the kids.
I feel terrible for all of the kids. They're pretty much all various states of miserable. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how financially how they're going to do it because they said they had no money. Or maybe they're lying. My guess is this only works because of the TLC money. So, anyway, share your thoughts.